Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Your presence means the world to me. Hello, fellow enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the Bar-Steward Sons of Doonican discography. This is a list of releases by the Bar-Steward Sons of Doonican, including studio and live albums, singles and other media. Brace yourself for a captivating discussion on Moon on a Stick Records as we explore its nuances and implications. The band have independently released all of their recorded output via their own label, Moon on a Stick Records. The name of the label was derived from a comedy sketch by comedians Stuart Lee and Richard Herring in the second BBC television series of Fist of Fun. As we transition, let's shed light on early albums, the covers, years, and its relevance to our ongoing exploration. Early albums, the covers, years. The band have independently released several studio albums. Almost all of the artwork for the front covers of the band's studio albums are pastiches of classic album covers, created by Scott Doonican. The first two studio releases contained cover versions played on folk instruments. Let's now enter the realm of For Those About to Rock But Gently and discover the fascinating stories it has to tell. Released in 2007, the band's debut album is a collection of rock cover versions played on folk instruments, including recordings from their 2006 debut EP, BBC Radio Sheffield interviews, and a live set from Sheffield City Hall where the band supported Norma Waterson and Eliza Carthy with the Gift Band. Typical of the band's DIY ethos, it was released independently on CD or discs burned from Scott Doonican's home laptop computer. The cover artwork is a pastiche of For Those About to Rock by Ek. Prepare yourself for an eye-opening discussion on Back to the Day Job in the upcoming portion of this video. Released in 2009, it is an album of cover versions of number one hits, a number one song for each year of the as played on folk instruments. It was released independently on burned CD-R discs. Its artwork is the only studio album that isn't a pastiche of a classic album cover and features the band working behind a cocktail bar, a reference to the Human League's Don't You Want Me, which features on the album, and a suggestion that the members are bar stewards. Let's now zoom in on comedy albums, the parody years it present, and uncover the hidden gems that lie within. Comedy albums, the parody years it present. Since 2010, the band's main focus has been musical parody, performed predominantly on folk instruments. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of Kipper's Barnsley Trades Club turn and examining its broader implications. Originally released in 2010, Kipper is the band's only concept album. It features songs about their hometown of Barnsley, its inhabitants and its culture. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles, and features Barnsley celebrities alongside the original line-up of Scott Doonican, Danny Doonican and Alan Doonican in the place of the Beatles, who are also accompanied by Val Doonican, who replaces Paul McCartney. The album contains parodies of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and A Day in the Life. With our foundation established, it's time to explore the dark side of the tarn and its relevance to our overarching theme. After the departure of Danny Doonican in early 2011, the band's follow-up was mostly a solo effort from Scott Doonican, and written by Scott Doonican and Amanda White, with minor musical recording contributions from Alan Doonican and Andy Doonican on a couple of tracks. The cover artwork is a pastiche of The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd and opens with a parody of Money and closes with a parody of Shine on You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd. Let's now enter the realm of EYUP. Let's go and discover the fascinating stories it has to tell. Released on 17 March 2012, the cover artwork is a pastiche of the Ramones' eponymous debut, featuring the line-up of Scott Doonican, Alan Doonican and Andy Doonican. It opens with a parody of the Ramones' Blitzkrieg Bop. It also contains the band's regular live show finale, Jump Around, a parody of House of Pain's Jump Around. Now, let's shift our focus to the Bar-Stewards and Friends Christmas cracker and embark on an intellectual exploration of its various dimensions. Released on 7 December 2012, the cover artwork is a pastiche of We Wish You a Merry Christmas, a 1968 compilation 7-inch EP featuring Julie Andrews, Vic Damone, Jack Jones and Marian Anderson. This compilation album features tracks from the Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican, Scott Doonican and a supporting cast of the first incarnation of the Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican's Christmas Rock and Roll Circus live show, which took place annually in Barnsley between 2012 and 2023. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of Saturday Night Fever and discovering its transformative power. Released in 2013, the album is noteworthy for containing the band's most requested song, The Lady in Greg's, a parody of The Lady in Red by Krista Berg. The cover artwork is a pastiche of the original motion picture soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever, with Scott Doonican, Alan Doonican and Andy Doonican in the place of the Bee Gees and an elderly Val Doonican on the dance floor in the place of John Travolta. It also contains parodies of the Bee Gees' Night Fever and Stayin' Alive. Let's now shift our focus to talk of the Tarn and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. Released in May 2014, the cover artwork is a pastiche of News of the World by the rock band Queen, with the line-up of Scott Doonican, Alan Doonican and Andy Doonican being killed by a giant version of Barnsley sculptor Graham Ibsen's sculpture of cricketing umpire Dickie Bird. It was the final album from this, the band's second line-up. Alan Doonican left the band in September 2014. Unusually, unlike other studio parody albums by the band, the album didn't contain any parodies of Queen songs, but did contain a cover version of Queen's Somebody to Love as a hidden track. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of the Tarn machine and examining its broader implications. Released in 2015 by the lineup of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson, Alan Doonican and Andy Doonican, it was later re-recorded and re-released 2019 as part of the Leap of Faith project by Scott, Jern and Alan. The cover artwork is a pastiche of The Man Machine by Kraftwerk, and it contains parodies of Kraftwerk's The Model and the Robots. As we enter this new phase, let's navigate the complexities of Technical and discover its practical applications. Released in 2016 as a limited edition album commemorating 10 years of the Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican, featuring rare live recordings spanning those years and archived interview footage with band members past and present. The cover artwork is a pastiche of The Miracle by Queen, with the heads of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson, Alan Doonican and Andy Doonican merged into one large head. It was sent to fans as a surprise bonus album that accompanied the studio album South Zero Tarn, for which had been crowd-funded. In this part of the video, we'll be diving deep into South Zero Tarn 4 and unraveling its profound impact. Released in 2016 by the lineup of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson, Alan Doonican and Andy Doonican, it was later re-recorded and re-released 2019 as part of the Leap of Faith project by Scott, Jern and Alan. The cover artwork is a pastiche of London Zero Hull for by the House of Martins, and it contains a parodies of the House of Martins' Happy Hour, Caravan of Love and the beautiful South's I'll Sail This Ship Alone. With our curiosity piqued, let's embark on a dedicated exploration of it, bold as brass and its fascinating intricacies. Released in 2017, it was the first of several albums to be mixed and mastered by Joel Howe. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Axis, Bold as Love by the Jimi Hendrix Experience, featuring the line-up of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson and Alan Doonican. The album opens with a parody of Hendrix's Crosstown Traffic, which features electric guitar performed by Graham Oliver, founder member of heavy metal band Saxon. Oliver joins the band again on one of the album's two hidden tracks, a cover of Saxon's Wheels of Steel. Let's now turn our attention to the Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican 2018 and examine its role within the larger context. A 22-track greatest hits compilation released in 2018. The songs were all re-recorded by the line-up of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson and Alan Doonican. The cover artwork is a pastiche of the Beatles 1960 to 1966. It was initially released on CD, and after a successful crowdfunding campaign, it was the first of the band's independent releases to be glass-mastered rather than burned to CD or compact discs. It is notable for having a hidden track in the pre-gap before track 1, where listeners need to press the rewind button to access it. It was later released on double-disc LP on transparent red vinyl, and on an extremely limited edition cassette with sleeve artwork that is a pastiche of the cover of Queen's Greatest Hits. Only 21 copies exist. In this segment, we'll be unraveling the complexities of Place of Spades and exploring its multifaceted nature. Released in 2019 by the line-up of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson and Alan Doonican, the cover artwork is a pastiche of Ace of Spades by Motorhead and opens with a parody of the same track, featuring guest appearances from Graham Oliver from heavy metal band Saxon on lead guitar and Hugh Whitaker from the House of Martins on drums. The album is notable for having not one, but 3 hidden tracks. All 3 members of the band sing one each. In this part of the video, we'll be delving deeper into Kipper's Barnsley Trades Club Turn 10th Anniversary version and analysing its key components. Released in October 2020, the whole of the band's original debut concept album was re-recorded by Scott Doonican between 2018 and 2020 with additional instrumentation from Jern Doonicanson and Alan Doonican recorded in 2020 on time for the album's 10th anniversary. The updated cover artwork is still a pastiche of St. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles, and features Barnsley celebrities alongside the line-up of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson and Alan Doonican in the place of the Beatles, along with the various contributors to the album. The album contains parodies of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, including the reprise "No to Be Absent" from the original album and A Day in the Life. The album was started by Scott Doonican initially in 2018, around the time that the band was recording Place of Spades, but didn't reach the public until October 2020 when the coronavirus pandemic of that year forced the band to take a hiatus from live shows. The album was mostly recorded, mixed and mastered remotely from the participants' home studios, yet still features a host of special guests, including folk musicians Eliza Carthy, Kate Rusby, Catherine Roberts, Dave Burland and Mike Harding, Graham Oliver from the heavy metal band Saxon, former drummer with the House of Martins, Hugh Whitaker, Barnsley-based broadcaster and poet Ian Macmillan, Scott Doonican's late father-in-law Michael White, and many others. The album was crowd-funded by fans of the band under the moniker of the Leap of Faith II Project, where fans didn't know what they would receive for their pledge money. The final CD album release saw the inclusion of a Scott Doonican authored book that featured the lyrics of all of the songs, along with the stories behind them and intricate recording notes that discuss the recording, mixing and mastering process involved in bringing the 10-year-old album up to date. As we enter this new chapter, let's navigate the complexities of Ra and Reef and unravel its multifaceted nature. Released in 2022, by the line-up of Scott Doonican, Jern Doonicanson and Alan Doonican, the cover artwork is a pastiche of Liege and Leaf by Fairport Convention. The remaining members of Fairport Convention's Liege and Leaf line-up approved of the band's parody. Liege and Leaf is Middle English for loyal and ready. Ra and Reef is Middle English for rough and ready. The album was crowd-funded by fans who received their physical copies a month earlier than the launch date of 29 May 2022 with strict instructions on the mailers they were not to be opened until 1 May. The band held a listening party for those who had pre-ordered the album on 1 May, only for fans to realize that the opening line of the opening track is Bank Holiday, the 1st of May, is the best one of the year. Get ready for a captivating exploration as we unravel the layers of live albums and their profound significance. The band have released many live recordings, some of which have been released on CD, and some of which were exclusively made for a digital-only release. Some of the artwork for the front covers of the band's live releases are pastiches of classic album covers in several cases. Classic live albums of Bar-Steward, Sons of Val Doonican Rock But Gently 2007 recorded live at the Barley Mow, Bonsall, Derbyshire. With the Doonicans 2008 recorded live at the Lantern Theatre, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of With the Beatles by the Beatles. Rock and Roll Circus 2009 recorded live at the Academy Theatre, Birdwell, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus. Live in Holmfirth 2009 recorded live at the Picturedrome, Holmfirth, West Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Live at Leeds by The Who. Live at the Lantern 2009 recorded live at the Lantern Theatre, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. Back to the ZIVE. 2010 recorded live at the Lantern Theatre, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. A Neat Art of Tarn 2011 recorded live at the Blues Bar, Harrogate, North Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of A Night at the Opera by Queen. In a Beautiful Days at Beautiful Days 2012 recorded live at Beautiful Days Festival 2012, Devon. A Crazy Neat at the Blues 2012 recorded live at the Blues Bar, Harrogate, North Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of A Day at the Races by Queen. Bootlegged at Bearded Theory 2013 recorded live at Bearded Theory Festival 2013, Derbyshire. Live at Jim's Records The Secret Ute Gigs Vol. I 2013 recorded live at Jim's Records, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. Christmas Rock and Roll Circus 2013 recorded live at the Electric Theatre, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. It'll Be Right 2014 recorded live at Heffield Hall, Hatley Bridge, North Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Let It Be by the Beatles. Bar-Steward, Big, Bouncy and Bootlegged in Black and White at Beautiful Days 2014 recorded live at Beautiful Days Festival 2014, Devon. 41-Minute Party People 2014 recorded live at Club Academy, Manchester. The cover artwork is a pastiche of It's Great When You're Straight, Yeah, by Black Grape. Christmas Rock and Roll Circus 2014 recorded live at the Electric Theatre, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. No Sleep Till Watch It 2015 recorded live at Watch It Music Festival 2015, Somerset. The cover artwork is a pastiche of No Sleep Till Hammersmith by Motorhead. The Tarn Machine LIVE 2015 recorded live at the Old School House venue then Barnsley Rock and Blues, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of The Man Machine by Kraftwerk. Something Funny Happened on the Way to the Forum 2015 recorded live at the Forum, Barrow in Furness, Cumbria. Live in Lancashire 2016 recorded live at the Continental, Preston, Lancashire. 2016 recorded live at the Old School House venue, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of the Queen coat of arms that adorns the cover of Queen's Greatest Hits 2. Hot August Night 2016 recorded live at Watch It Music Festival 2016, Somerset. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Hot August Night by Neil Diamond. Get Your Ha Has Art 2016 recorded live at the Lantern Theatre, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Get Your Yayas Out by the Rolling Stones. Schools Art 2017 recorded live at the Old School House venue, Barnsley, South Yorkshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Schools Out by Alice Cooper. Live and Larry at Fairport's Cropperty Convention 2018 recorded live at Fairport's Cropperty Convention 2018, Oxfordshire. Avalon Calling 2019 recorded live at Glastonbury Festival 2019, Somerset. The cover artwork is a pastiche of London Calling by The Clash. Live at the Palace Theatre 2019 recorded live at Palace Theatre, Redditch 25 October 2019, includes DVD of the same show. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Monty Python live at Drury Lane. The Shid Sessions 2020 recorded live on Alan Doonican's allotment in Whitwell, Derbyshire on 19 June 2020. The outdoor show was performed in front of an audience of just 15 people who were socially distanced due to the worldwide coronavirus pandemic. It was also filmed for inclusion in Scott Doonican's weekly online lockdown livestream show Scott Doonican's Bigneetin, which was broadcast throughout that summer. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Motorhead's eponymous debut album. Only Us, Keith Richards and Cockroaches Left 2020 released digitally via Bandcamp during the coronavirus pandemic. The album was recorded live in Watch It, Somerset in June 2019. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Brothers by the Black Keys. The Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican's Sunday Service 2021 released digitally via Bandcamp during the coronavirus pandemic. The album was recorded live at Beautiful Days Festival, Devon in August 2019. Eki Thump 2021 released digitally via Bandcamp during the coronavirus pandemic. The album was recorded live at Underneath the Stars Festival on 1 August 2021. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Eki Thump by the White Stripes. The Pint and Puppet Sessions 2021 released digitally via Bandcamp. The album was recorded live in Scott's home pub, The Pint and Puppet, built in his garage during the coronavirus lockdown. Video footage of these sessions was aired over several episodes of Scott Doonican's Bigneetin via the band's YouTube channel. The Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican live at Fairport's Cropody Convention 2018 and 2022 recorded live at Fairport's Cropody Convention in 2018 and 2022. The cover artwork is an original painting of the band created by American artist Payne Profit. Welcome to the congregation. The Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican's Sunday Service 2022 released digitally via Bandcamp and also as a limited edition official bootleg especially for the band's THEBIGDOYOUT festival. The album was recorded live at Beautiful Days Festival, Devon in August 2022. Welcome to the congregation. The Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican's Sunday Service 2023 released digitally via Bandcamp. The album was recorded live at Beautiful Days Festival, Devon in August 2023. It was to be the final live release from them. Lineup. Doonican's In Concert 2024 released on CD. The line-up of the band's debut show was recorded live at the Rescue Rooms in Nottingham on 10 February 2024. The album came with a free download code that included exclusive access to demos of the five-piece line-up rehearsing for their first show. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Deep Purple in Concert by Deep Purple. Doonican's In Rock 2025 released on double-disc purple transparent vinyl and CD, and recorded live at Chipping Norton Theatre sides A and B and Glastonbury Festival sides Celsius and D. The album was crowdfunded by fans as the band's fifth Leap of Faith project. The cover artwork, created by artist Lewis Ryan and Scott Doonican, is a pastiche of Deep Purple in Rock by Deep Purple. The album is dedicated to Scott Doonican's late brother Matthew, who is heard via a posthumous audio message over the PA system at the beginning of the Glastonbury side of the album. Get ready for an exciting part as we dive into Scott Doonican's solo albums. Scott Doonican also performs in a solo capacity, often performing songs from his band's discography on acoustic guitar, a Hewlett banjul and Suzuki Omnicad. Occasionally he will add some cover versions of other artists' songs too. His live shows take more of a storytelling format, in which the stories behind the songs are divulged to. As well as working solo, he continues to perform alongside his partner Amanda during their more sporadic online shows that began during a 67 consecutive week period during the coronavirus pandemic between 2020-2021. These Bigneetin online shows have spawned 4 studio albums as well as 3 live recordings: Tomb, a Jita, a Uke and some Daft Songs 2013 recorded live at the Fitzwilliam Arms, Elsica, Barnsley. No Rest for the Stupid 2014, a studio album. One Man Show 2015 recorded live at the Lantern Theatre, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. one-man show to 2016 recorded live at the Lantern Theatre, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. One-man show III 2017 recorded live at the Lantern Theatre, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. The cover artwork for all three one-man show albums are a pastiche of Mike Harding's 1976 one-man show album Bar-Steward Vol. For 2015 the cover artwork is a pastiche of Black Sabbath Vol. For by Black Sabbath. A Good Time, Not a Long Time 2016 a studio album of cover versions. A live album recorded August 13, 2017 and produced the next day 2017 recorded live at Farmer Phil's Festival 2017, Shropshire. The cover artwork is a pastiche of The Next Day by David Bowie. The very, 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 very dark blue album 2018. The cover artwork is a pastiche of the fictional Smell the Glove by Spinal Tap. Scott Doonican Rocks, But Gently 2018. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Val Doonican Rocks, But Gently by Val Doonican. Scott Doonican's Bigneetin. The album 2020. Scott Doonican's Bigneetin. The big 2021 one-man show Bar-Steward Vol. For 2021 Scott Doonican's Bigneetin. Socially distanced collaborations of the third kind 2021 Scott Doonican's Bigneetout 2021 Your Evening of Folk has been cancelled 2022 recorded live at Crook's Folk Club in Sheffield. The cover artwork is a pastiche of Urge Foffle by Half Man Half Biscuit. Scott Doonican live at Cabaret Boom Boom 2022 recorded live at the Ruskin Hall in Sheffield. The cover artwork is a pastiche of the artwork for Cabaret, original soundtrack recording from the 1972 movie starring Liza Minnelli. Scott Doonican's Bigneetout 2022 Scott Doonican's Bigneetin. The WEP 2022 on air with Scott Doonican 2023 90 minutes of solo radio interviews and session performances on penistone frequency modulation. SOUP 2023 Scott Doonican recorded live at Katie Fitzgerald's in Stourbridge. This album was released on both CD and vinyl. The album cover is a pastiche of Andy Warhol's Campbell's Soup Tins artwork. Scott Doonican's Bigneetout 2023 5 LiDP 2023 MARMIT 2024 Scott Doonican recorded live at the Guildhall in Lichfield, Katie Fitzgerald's in Stourbridge and the Lantern Theatre in Sheffield. The album cover is a pastiche of Andy Warhol's artwork for the cover of the Velvet Underground and Nico S. debut album. The interactive cover features a jar of Marmite with the peelable sticker that reveals a pair of QR codes for hidden online bonus features. As we venture forward, let's examine vinyl releases in detail and gain a deeper appreciation for its significance. Time Life Bout Ace of Spades and Bar-Steward Bop 2013 vinyl only release 7 single Bestest Bits 2013 Red Transparent vinyl only release LP Bestest Bits Bowl. II 2015 Red Transparent vinyl only release LP. The cover artwork for both Bestest Bits Vol. I and II are pastiches of Cheap Thrills by Big Brother and the Holding Company. Scott Doonican's Big 7-inch Massage in a Brothel Bow The Man Who Sold the World 2015 vinyl only release 7 single The Devil Went Down to Barnsley Bow When Love Runs Out of Time 2015 vinyl only release 7 single The Bar-Steward's Big 7-inch Jump on Love Lady in Greg's 2018 Pink vinyl only release 7 single The Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican 2018 Red Transparent vinyl double LP. The cover artwork is a pastiche of The Beatles 1960 to 1966 by The Beatles. Avalon calling the Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican live at Glastonbury Festival 2020 Pink vinyl double LP. The cover artwork is a pastiche of London Calling by The Clash. SOUP 2023 Scott Doonican recorded live at Katie Fitzgerald's in Stourbridge. The album cover is a pastiche of Andy Warhol's Campbell's Soup Tins artwork. Doonicans in Rock 2025. The Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican recorded live at Chipping Norton Theatre in April 2024. Sides and B and Glastonbury Festival in June 2024. Sides Celsius and D. The album was crowdfunded by fans as the band's fifth Leap of Faith project and released on transparent purple vinyl. The cover artwork, created by artists Lewis Ryan and Scott Doonican, is a pastiche of Deep Purple in Rock by Deep Purple. In this part of the video, we'll be diving deep into this and unraveling its profound impact. At home with the Doonicans' 2007 World Tour of Tarn 2008 Back to the Top of the Pops Special 2009. The Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican's Rock and Roll Circus 2011. Saturday Night Fever Live at the Lamproom 2013. The Tarn Machine Live 2015. Live and Larry at Fairport's Property Convention 2018 includes CD live album of the same show. Live at the Palace Theatre 2019 includes CD double live album of the same show. In this section, we'll be deep diving into books, unraveling its complexities and uncovering valuable insights. Songs in the Key of Tarn, a book of the band's lyrics and the stories behind them, written by Scott Doonican, with foreword from Eliza Carthy. The book was later revised for a second edition, Bar-Steward Sons of Val Doonican's Essential Listener's Guide to Corporal Kipper's Barnsley Trades Club Turn, a book containing the lyrics of the songs from Corporal Kipper's Barnsley Trades Club Turn, the stories behind them, and additional notes on the mixing and recording of the album, written by Scott Doonican, with foreword from Ringo Starr. Remember, knowledge is power. Keep learning, growing, and exploring.